Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we are going to break down the undrafted rookie free agents. The Eagles go ahead and sign 9 players after the draft ends. We'll also talk about this amazing draft class. Eagles put on a show. And we also got to talk about the NFL throwing shade at Howie Roseman. They're saying, why is he getting so much praise? I don't understand it. Blah, 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 blah. Did you see what he did 2 years in a row?
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast. And today we got a lot to get into. But before we do that, Eagle Nation, help your boy and hit that like. Y'all been killing it with these draft videos. It's been good juju, so keep hitting that like. Also, check out the merch. We got the hats, we got the shirts, all different styles. Y'all been copping the merch. I appreciate it. I'm working on some other things that doesn't just say Philly Talk, but that's what we do on this channel. That's what y'all do in the comment section. The best fan base in the world. We talk Philly. We talk sports the right way. But we got to get into these undrafted rookie free agents. The link will be in the description and or the pinned comment section. But let's talk about these. 8 reported. I said 9. My bad. It was 8 reported UDFA additions thus far for the Eagles. Joseph Nagata, wide receiver out of Clemson. Trevor Reed, offensive tackle out of Louisville. Ty Zenter, a punter out of Kansas State, which is really good. It's about time we get competition for Aaron Sipos, right? Eli Ricks, cornerback out of Alabama. I believe he's such a steal. We're going to talk a little bit more about him. Brady Russell, tight end out of Colorado. Mekhi Garner, cornerback out of LSU. Jaden Hazelwood, wide receiver out of Arkansas. And Chim Okafor, another offensive lineman. He says likely a rookie camp invite. Go check out D Birds on Twitter. He got some great blogs. Follow him, do all that good stuff. But adding 8 players on top of the guys we signed, the amount of players we were able to get, the trade for DeAndre Swift, man, Howie Roseman absolutely killed it. And I want to talk a little bit about Eli Ricks, right? Because he was supposed to be a day 2 pick. He was supposed to be a day 2, not day 3. He was supposed to be a day 2 pick, and we end up getting him undrafted. Eli Ricks was a top 20 national recruit at LSU before landing at Alabama, and now he made himself into a promising potential day 2 pick in the 2023 draft. Ricks has great size for a cornerback and uses that with his impressive ball skills to create turnovers. I think the reason he fell to not being drafted was some off-field issues, some injuries, and I think people are afraid of his speed. He ran a 4.6 40. Not a 4.4, not a 4.5, a 4.6. Slow. Remember Rasul Douglas? We got rid of him because he was slow. Physical corner, great with his hands, good ball skills, but if you run straight, if you go deep, Rasul Douglas can't keep up with these wide receivers. That was part of the reason why we let him go. But what happened? He goes to Green Bay. They put him in a different system, and he flourishes. I'm not saying this guy is exactly like Rasul Douglas, but Eli Ricks is a physical corner, great size, great ball skills, knows how to play the game. But the speed, the injuries, and some off-field issues made him go undrafted. I think it's an absolute steal. Again, when we look at these other guys, I'm going to have to do my research on the offensive tackles. I'm curious about the wide receivers. And I'm really curious about this Brady Russell, the tight end from Colorado. And I think that you're always going to get a punter late in the draft and or undrafted. Let's see how he fights with Sipos. You know, iron sharpens iron. But look at this story Peter Schrager said to Brandon Lee Gouton about Howie Roseman. Brandon said, speaking on the NFL Network, Peter Schrager mentioned some executives around the league are getting annoyed with how much praise Howie Roseman is receiving. These are other GMs being jealous. Now, all through these draft days, right, I seen players from the Eagles like Darius Slay, AJ Brown, all saying, dang, Howie's cooking, right? But we saw other players around the league say Howie's cooking. We saw Micah Parsons say, dang, I'm sick to my stomach. We've seen the Cowboy fans, the Giant fans, the Commander fans say the Eagles are cheating. We've seen, you know, Emmanuel Macho. We've seen like the national media guys say, what is going on in Philly? Howie's cooking. And these other GMs, Jerry Jones and company, looking at Howie like, why is he getting so much praise? Do you not see what's going on in front of you? If you want praise, if you want to be talked about, be better at your job. Be better at your job. The narrative after the Super Bowl was the Eagles' downfall. They're going to lose so many pieces on defense. They're going to lose Miles Sanders. They're going to lose both their coordinators, blah, 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 blah. The downfall was talked about like it was really going to happen. Our replacements are as good, if not better. Let me just say this. This Eagles team in April, we still got June, July, August. We got June 1st cuts. You got guys like Ndamukong Suh and older veterans that will love to come play with the Philadelphia Eagles. They saw other guys come here and get paid from it. A trip to the Super Bowl. This roster's not done. But Howie Roseman doing it again. The downfall was short-lived. This team might go into 2023 better than the 2022 team. Remember that. I think I said it on Twitter yesterday. This 2023 team might go into 2022 better than last year's best team in the NFC. Let's look at these draft picks. Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Tyler Steen, Sidney Brown, Keelan Ringo, Tanner McKee, and Moro Ojomo. Let's actually, I talked about all these guys, right? Sidney Brown was my second rated safety in the NFL, right? Keelan Ringo was a guy that I said, I can't believe is still on the board. I said, the Eagles are probably going to take Keelan Ringo and or the Adobari guy, right? The edge rusher from Northwestern, right? That being said, why was Keelan Ringo on the board in the 4th round? Injuries? And pretty much his shoulder injury. His shoulder injury is what stopped him from being picked. He's a stud. He's a stud. You don't play on that Georgia Bulldogs team and not know what you're doing. I love the picks. The one guy I didn't get to talk about was Moro Ojomo. And he was one of the best run defenders in college football. In all college football, he was one of the best run defenders. This is our 7th round pick. We got this man in the 7th round. Oh, 7th round picks can't be that great. Well, tell that to Jordan Mailata. Tell that to Jordan Mailata. But he's one of the best run defenders. He has things he got to work on. I'm not going to sit here and lie. But new Eagles defensive lineman, M.O., was one of 5 sleeper prospects that Ray Dininger liked for the Birds. This is Ray Dininger, a guy who does film, does tape study, and he said this could be an absolute sleeper before the Eagles got him, right? Because some people will say, well, these guys ain't good, but once they go to the Eagles, now they're all so good. That's all you guys say. No, Ray Dininger said this before he went to the Eagles. One of his 5 sleeper players, and now he's a Philadelphia Eagle. Howie Roseman, I got to hand it to you. I got to hand it to you. Let's talk about this before we get up out of here. Like I said, this was a A++++++. I can keep going with the pluses if you want. Draft class. And we got GOAT Talk coming up very soon, so we'll get even deeper. I'm going to do film studies on the undrafted rookie free agent class and on some of the other guys like Morrow, Sidney Brown, Tyler Steen. You know, the guys that we didn't look at. We know who Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith is. I did film studies on them 2 players. But I'm going to do some film studies on the guys we didn't do and really dive into this undrafted rookie free agent class. But let's look at this. Another reason why GMs are mad at Howie Roseman If you look at these Eagles backfield right now, it's probably one of the best running back rooms in the NFL. Yes, other teams have a better running back than us, but then who's their second and third guy? Do they even have a fourth guy? This is probably the best running back room in its totality in the NFL. DeAndre Swift, Rashad Penny, Kenny G, and Boston Scott. And look how much Howie bleeping Roseman is paying them. Look how much. 1.77 mil for DeAndre Swift, 1.23 mil for Rashad Penny, 1.02 mil for Kenny G, and 1.98. Boston Scott, our fourth best running back, is making the most money. Absolute steals. DeAndre Swift, his style of play fits perfectly alongside of Jalen Hurts. And he's never had an offensive line as good as this. I mean, yes, the Lions' offensive line last year was pretty good. I'm not going to cap. But welcome. What a great. When you look at this picture, Carter, Smith, Tyler Steen, Sidney Brown, Keelan Ringo, Morrow, the backup quarterback, and you throw Swift in there too? Howie done it again. He's done it again. If you're a GM in the NFL and you're really looking at Howie like, why are they praising him so much? You're just a hater. This guy's been an MVP caliber GM. Great stuff. Play the songs. We love the flower girl just as much as we love Howie Roseman. Drop the muscle emoji in the chat if you got nothing to say. If you know about some of these UDFAs that I don't know about, drop your thoughts on whoever we talked about. Give me something. Tell me what your draft grade is. Tell me who your favorite UDFA is, your favorite pick. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. We're going to play the roots as well because what is the flowers without the roots? You know, this is where it all started. And it got us to the Super Bowl.
Keep that roots going, baby! Roots go 3! 1, 2, 3, roots!
Gotta love it, gotta love it. I go by Philly Mike. This is the Philly Talk Podcast. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, ding the bell. Check out the link in the description and or the pinned comment section. The Philly Talk, that's what we do. Get the merch. We out.